Hey, Gavax here. So we're still in a holding pattern for season 2. Maybe it'll come out tomorrow. We don't know when. It's currently EA's unsure. There was some like XP issues with it, so that's kind of on its way. We'll do videos when that launch and everything. But we got this program teaser, and you look behind it, like there's not much there, right? Like EA's done like teasers in the past where like there's images hidden and what's going on, what's here. We really can't find anything. Or can we? Dun, dun, dun. Let's do it like this. All right, let's try it again. Right there. Boom. You guys see it yet? If you don't see it, well, I'll point it out. It says 18 approximately. Boom. Right? So we think those are Super Bowl numerals, and Super Bowl numerals generally mean cards maybe from that Super Bowl. Let's go take a look at what Super Bowl 18 was. It was, wait, do we get it? Perfect-ish. No, that's not perfect. That's better. Super Bowl 18 was a game between the Washington, what they were, and the Raiders, where they were. Like, if you look through the names, like I just went through the stats here on Wikipedia, who all involved. Theismann, Riggins, like these would all be great. Art Monk needs to come into Mutt still. I don't know why he still hasn't been in it. He's a great wide receiver. But then when you look at the Raiders side, Marcus Allen. Like, Marcus Allen's been in this game, and he's been like a big name in this game before. I think it was an Ultimate Master. What was that like? Wow, was that like 17? When was he Ultimate Master? 18? I don't remember. Marcus Allen was Ultimate Master one year and very good with it. But Tim Plunkett, so it could be any one of these guys. Right? Like, it's so EA that like they're teasing their winter promo, and they're like going and teasing a Raiders Super Bowl. Like, Raiders Ultimate Team 22 marches on. We thought it was shifting to Broncos Ultimate Team. We figure it's just AFC West Ultimate Team this year. But otherwise, maybe they could be pointed towards the Washington side of it for that teaser. But anyways, that's here. I just wanted to let you guys know. Obviously, we got Rising Stars today. I'm not going to really, get into Rising Stars. There's no Steelers, so it's really boring. If America's #1 team, the world's #1 team, the universe's #1 team doesn't get a card, we don't care. We don't care. Everybody got free ones today, so that was very cool. We're just short of 20 million, so I'm not a real streamer/YouTuber yet. Hopefully, we'll get to 20 million here soon. But I do want to talk about a couple things other than that, some analysis. Dynasty here on the subreddit. I'll put the link in the description here. Put out a pretty good post, right? A few years ago, this was like a very big thing about. You don't see as many people talk about it anymore, and I'll say why. But basically, about 4 years ago, he was addicted to Mutt. Spent 7 hours every single day playing it. I would stay in my work outfit, play after work, because a few minutes getting undressed from work was a few less minutes of Mutt. Then a few years ago, I had to get a date, got introduced some dangerous drugs, almost died, saw somebody OD, no idea where I ended up. 8 months ago, started hitting the tables casino. He lost a lot of money, and now he's back to Mutt. So a few years ago, people talked about Mutt being like this super addicting, like, focus all your energy on it. Like, you couldn't get away from it. I love it. I need every single hour spending on this. That was me. That's this guy, right? But there are worse things in life, right? As much as we make fun of it, as much as we make fun of, oh yeah, I get hooked on heroin, it's a lot cheaper. I mean, the reason we're making fun of it is because, we're making fun of it. We're not actually fully serious, tongue in cheek when we say that stuff. So yeah, there are worse things in life than Mutt, but there are better things in life too to get addicted to. Like, I don't know, helping out your community maybe. Is that something you get addicted to? I'm not sure. Is that adrenaline rush? What about runner's high? Maybe you get just high on like running mile times. But yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to say about this other than like, yeah, if you guys need help, there are like addiction hotlines and stuff you guys should hit up. Like even Mutt, it can be a real addiction, even though it's maybe not as serious as drugs or the casino. It's still, especially if an addictive personality, it can really drain bank accounts too. So be careful. But I do want to say the top comment here is freaking gold, right? And the reason why a lot of us lost our Mutt addiction. I used to be addicted to Mutt where I'd only sleep like 2 hours a night and be thinking about it all day. Thankfully, newer Mad's been so shit, I didn't want to play it. I realized I could spend my time in real life stuff rather than grinding 6 hours straight. So there we go. Pointing out flaws in the game and realizing, hey man, EA's here screwing us over, and it's making us, like, even though EA does it for like their own benefit, they're actually stabbing themselves in the gut when they do it, because people realize, oh wow, this is really shittily treating us. They're not treating us like, you know, the whales that a casino would treat you like. And, you know, well, just the general, even wider public, like banning farm accounts, banning people randomly for using their app. All like, that's just like a crack at the top of the iceberg for what EA's done to us over the last few years. Really gets people out of the addiction. Really gets people out of like, oh my God, they hate us. They legitimately hate us as human beings. So maybe I shouldn't be addicted to this. And I know a lot of people have lost that addiction, and you know, game sales are down and that kind of stuff from it. So kind of funny. Last thing I want to talk about in this video before we wrap it up, maybe a short one today. Michael Young, who was recently, I don't know whether he was let go or whether he just got a new job. He seems a little bitter, right? He still has this description on Twitter: Madden 20 creative director, creator, director, and co-writer of Madden NFL Long Shot, nominee for 2018 Writers Guild Outstanding Achievement in Video Games. So Long Shot and everything that came after it, face of the franchise, was trash, right? Some people enjoy the first Long Shot, and that's fine. They put 4 years into the first Long Shot, and they're like, hey, let's do that same thing, but every year now. And every year it just got worse. It just literally got worse and worse and worse, and I really hope they get rid of face of the franchise next year. It's a waste of resources. But anyways, he's on a new job after being the creative director. I believe his title officially was, creative director. And then he tweeted out, like, if you guys remember my video the other day on the franchise mode updates being canceled, and EA say, oh, they're still there, but EA still lost like half their staff or whatever to their franchise mode updates. And then Michael Young says, maybe I wasn't the problem after all. I basically replied, you never talk to us. How are we supposed to know what the problem was? No, when there's silence, the blame falls to those in charge, right? Like, they never spoke to the community. After, like, what was it? Madden 18 was my last interviews with EA staff. And at that time, like, I didn't have a coin sponsor. I think all of 19, I still tried to get interviews with them. And then I guess maybe 1 year forward. Madden 21 was my first year with coin sponsors because EA just stopped talking to me, right? They stopped doing interviews. I no longer needed to be neutral, needed to have no coin sponsor to do content like that, because it just stonewalled us, right? So yeah, I'm a little bitter that EA just stopped talking to us. And I realize, you know, parts of the community are toxic, but still, it's still like is frustrating when we don't get answers and we're just left with our, like, you know, questions in our ears, dicks in our hands, and we're wondering what's going on. And if EA is just a stone wall, we're just gonna start playing the blame game. And since you were in charge, yeah, it's your fault in our eyes. Who else's fault would it be? Is it your boss? Is it anybody else? Is there a production problem? COVID obviously was a huge issue, work from home. But like the fact that you're just like, you know, behind closed doors, not saying anything. It's major frustration with EA still. Like outside of Kralo, GMM, and the people that are like paid to take the slings and arrows of the community, we don't hear anything. They gone radio silence. I don't know. It's frustrating. I get it. You don't want to be, you know, made fun of or your words stretched by, you know, less than, I would say, on the up community members. But still, to cut off communication's a little frustrating, and maybe that's why you were thought to be the problem. But maybe you're not talking about the community at large. Maybe you're talking, that's a message to those in your company. But why would you tweet it? Why would you send it out to the community if it's to people in the company? I don't know. In the end, I hope EA changes their ways and they start like being more open with us. And maybe that does cause more frustration. But maybe if they want, bring more like well-prepped developers on GMM if you don't want to give them to the sharks in the community to us ask our actually hard-hitting, biting questions of you. But please, more gameplay, MUT, franchise. I know Swami's pretty freaking open on Twitter, so franchise is pretty open, but the parts that I actually like, you know, do content on, gameplay, MUT, we got nobody anymore outside of Kralo, RG, who are communicators, not the devs, who we want to hear from. Anyways, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Did EA spoil us in the past by talking to us too much? You okay with how they have set up? I mean, I love that Kralo communicates with them, but like, he's just like the middleman, right? He hears it from the dev team, and then he relates it. And so getting answers directly from them, and like getting our feedback directly to them, that I feel like would benefit all of us. But thanks for watching. That's the video. Who knows what Season 2 is coming up. Winter promo soon, too. Maybe they'll launch on the same day on Friday. We don't know. But thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.